this lucky life of mine is pre-designed. And if it is, thank the Lord, cause that's the mastermind. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Ashton Doolin now to return. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Here's Jackson to throw. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now it's Jackson. And brought in by Brate. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A huge play there for Houston. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Jackson. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Play action. It's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And they're going to get him. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A.J. Epinesa able to get him for a loss of about 3. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. A.J. Epinesa. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
On the return, Deontay Harris. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And the tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield, marking down at the 49.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
He was trying to dance in around the sideline, but fell just a couple of yards short. Still, he's got him in great position.
He certainly does. They did a nice job keeping him from getting into the end zone, but they are definitely back on their heels after that run.
Chubb is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Oh, the return is Doolin. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Now Jackson on first down. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd and 5.
Throwing is Jackson. It's complete. It's Miller. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Jackson now.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Able to fight through one tackle. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wentz. Dancing to his left. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. That is caught. It's Perriman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them. Austin Eckler got hurt last year, missed 6 games, but still finished with 54 catches, the 5th most by a running back in the NFL. But remember this, 2019, 92 catches. This guy's a definite threat out of the backfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Again, Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now Jackson.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
And the Texans first down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And just shutting him off there. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A give. This is Chubb. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Handoff comes to Chubb. Spins by. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's got room. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Nick Chubb hit 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019, 4th fastest in the NFL, and he flashed the big-time speed again there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The return is Doolin. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The return is Doolin. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 19-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The return is Doolin. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. Evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Eluding the pressure. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Jackson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Texans 16. Harrison Butler set.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 182 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Second down, here's Chubb again. Runs over it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Chubb on the read option. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's 2nd and 10. Chubb. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
To throw is Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans cut into that lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
As this gets him back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 38-yard line. A big pickup there on the run.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Bulldozes past him. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Fights off the defender. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because...
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Indianapolis, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers.